Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. In this recipe-free real-time video, I would like to use this shrimp vegetable medley dish that I cook in less than 6 minutes to show you what I mean by a plant-based diet. In my perfect cooking system, the first letter P stands for plant-based. This means that the main dietary ingredients are fruits and vegetables, and I have been looking for a way to introduce as much vegetables into my diet as I could. Here I am going to show you my solution using this recipe-free dish as an example. I start out by stir-fry some shrimp to cook this dish in 2 stages. I use only about 1 cup of shrimp, just enough to use it as a garnish rather than as the main ingredients. And this is how I start making my transition from a predominantly meat-based diet to a plant-based diet. I love shrimp, and I used to put in 2 to 3 times more shrimp when I cook such a dish. In this case, shrimp was my main ingredient, and the vegetables were the garnish. Over a period of several months, I have gradually switched the ratio around. Next, I season my shrimp to enhance their natural flavor using my usual savoring seasoning mix. 1 teaspoon mushroom seasonings, half teaspoon garlic powder, half teaspoon cumin, half teaspoon onion powder, half teaspoon paprika, 1/3 teaspoon ginger powder. So this was a good way for me to reduce my shrimp consumption. I started to do the same with chicken, beef, and pork. I significantly reduced the amount of my meat consumption, and the following weeks, I start to gradually accept that having less meat is the norm. However, I still like to have some meat occasionally to go with the vegetables. In the case of my wife, she now actually prefers without meat at all. I am definitely moving in the same direction. Through this gradual process, I have changed my diet from a meat-based diet to a plant-based diet with minimum effort. I do not feel deprived because I start to appreciate the wonderful flavor in vegetables. The shrimp takes just a little more than a minute to cook. I set them aside because I don't want to overcook them. I am now ready to cook the vegetables next. I use 7 different kinds of vegetable in this dish: carrot, green bean, yellow squash, zucchini, cherry tomato, jalapeno pepper, and portobello mushroom. Why do I use so many different kinds of vegetables? I find that different vegetables give a complex flavor and texture so that I don't need to use much salt, which I try to avoid. Also, I discovered that when I eat food with complex flavors and texture, I tend to eat less. I become satiated faster compared to when I'm eating food with simple flavors such as salt and sugar. At this point of the cooking, I stir-fry the vegetables to generate flavor molecules, and then I'm going to steam the vegetable next by adding some water to the wok. I'm not going to say too much about how I actually cook this dish, and I will do that in a different video. The purpose of this video is to describe the general principle of a plant-based diet, as well as how this diet affects me. I find that the fun of eating a plant-based diet is the variety of vegetables that you could include in the dish. Before I developed this cooking approach, I often use 1 or 2 vegetables in my meal. I also use these vegetables as a side dish. I view eating vegetables as a chore, lack of interest and glamour, in comparison to the meat, which occupy the prime spot on the plate. So another step I took to make my vegetable more interesting is that I start to season the vegetables using a seasoning mix that is designed to enhance the flavor of the vegetables. Now my wife and I found our vegetables dishes delicious, far more flavorful than meat. Consequently, we are eating less and less meat to the point we prefer vegetables over meat in most of our meals. In addition to dietary fiber, which is essential for our health, each vegetable providing different vitamins, micronutrients, phytochemicals, and trace elements that we would not get in our meat-based diet. Furthermore, vegetables are high in antioxidants and high in chemicals that reduce inflammation, which is a major cause of many chronic diseases. We also love the different colors of the vegetables in a dish, which is an indication of great nutritional value to us. Unfortunately, it is difficult to get a plant-based diet if you don't cook and make your own meals. My wife and I struggled for many years trying to eat more vegetables, and there are almost no restaurant in the area where we live offers a plant-based diet. I developed my perfect cooking system so that I could eat a plant-based diet in the way that I like. Thus far, this cooking system works very well for me, and I want to share it with people who are interested in switching from a meat-based diet to a plant-based diet. I realize that there are many other approaches to achieve this goal, and my system will provide another option. So plant-based is the main attribute of my cooking system, but I also intend it to be efficient, relevant, fusion, economical, creative, and tasty. Hence, a perfect cooking system. We find this dish is delicious with complex taste and texture that I think you will enjoy it and have fun making it. If you would like to learn more about this cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.